Hey there, my name's Niandra. I just want to give a quick rundown on the newest patch note and some of my thoughts. I already have a video covering the role lock, and to be honest, most of the worries I had, like having two off-tank mains, have been pushed back. After a few games where I'm solo healing, where we only have one tank, I am pretty excited for it. So I'm going to skip that and start with Moira, who can now fade while stunned. I've already seen posts on Reddit and Twitter about it being dumb and or OP. Personally, kinda dig it, kind of wary. My thoughts on Moira have always been, she's not necessarily bad, she just lacks utility, and as you climb, that becomes increasingly important. The thing with Moira is, she's fun but can only do two things, fantastic healing and mediocre damage, and anti-nade completely nullifies the former. Moira definitely needed something, and I never knew what to suggest other than just a rework personally. This change doesn't address Moira's core issues, but it is something. A lot of people would say that it's hard to justify running Moira when other healers can do her job to the same level or better, while still bringing more utility. This buff gives her some edge over the others, which she does need, but the question is this the right way to do it? My main concern though is that it might make her too good at low ranks where she already excels, while not doing a whole lot for her at high ranks where players may already be good at playing around stuns. If Moira does end up becoming OP or meta, just remember that anti-nade absolutely dunks on her. Still think they should revert her not being able to heal through shields, and this definitely sucks ass for free-for-all. Let's move on to the Brig changes. Gonna be honest, I'm feeling weird on this one. If she can't be ran as a main healer, there's no reason to pick her because it's very hard to justify an off healer with no defensive ult like trans or sound barrier. If she is a main healer, which I suspect they're going for by not reworking her ultimate, I just don't think it would be that hard to make her ineffective. The repair pack change will help with healing, although the 2 seconds needed for it to complete might make it weak against dive. Her main method of healing is still going to be clonking people, right? If that's the case, a long distance comp like double snipers will make her inspire harder to trigger. She already struggles against comps like this, but it's a lot less of an issue when she's in the off healer slot. This mini rework is clearly intended to turn her from a hybrid to pure healer, which you can see by the harsh shield reduction, but I don't know. My opinion will probably change in future when she's actually put into a competitive environment, but for now, definitely feeling mixed. Next, Reinhardt. He's been given a passive that reduces knockback effects by 30%. Can I get some pray emojis in the comments because yes, this is fantastic. In the past, I've suggested giving all tanks some level of CC protection because the role feels terrible when you're getting knocked around like a basketball. However, I know this might be too powerful in reality, and I think giving it to just Rein is a great compromise, because out of all the tanks, I'd say he needs it the most. Next, Orisa. Her shield cooldown has been increased by 1 second. A few months back I started learning Orisa, and I do really enjoy her. I had a feeling she was going to get nerfed, but I personally thought it was going to be Holt that got hit. Maybe cooldown, but I was feeling a range reduction because it is kind of ridiculously big. In my opinion, the biggest issue is how much she enables Roadhog, so a part of me wondered if he was going to get hit with like a hook range nerf. As for the shield nerf itself, fair, and I think she'll still be fine. Personally, expecting a few more nerfs in future for Orisa. Let's move on to Tracer. Her pulse bomb has been increased from 300 to 350. I'm happy with this, and it's a great compromise on her original 400 damage ultimate. Pretty sure it was nerfed because Tracer was just all round good and highly played, but she's kind of fallen off in the recent year. Pretty sure it means you can kill Bastion more easily now, which is great for lower ranks. Last of all, it's Wrecking Ball. I didn't have anything to say on this, but I am surprised they're buffing him. Like, I thought he was already in a good place with a solid pick rate as well. I also find it interesting that Widow wasn't touched because at the highest levels at least, she definitely comes out on top after the lock. As well as all this, every ultimate has had a cost increase of 12%. On paper, this is a pretty hefty nerf to Mercy because one of Valkyrie's key features is being fast charging. I haven't been able to play the PTR yet because of queue times, but Star2D2 made a tweet saying she didn't feel it was super noticeable, and someone in my Discord did say the same thing. One thing you need to remember is that while Valk is going to be slower, so is everyone else, and you're still going to get it before others. We will have to be a bit more careful with usage. Sometimes in my commentary VODs I'm like, that Valk wasn't amazing but not terrible either, and I'll definitely need to be more careful with those ones. I feel like Blizzard are going to treat the first month of competitive with 222 as a sort of beta testing stage. If Mercy ends up in a bad spot because of it, I definitely think they'll take a look at her. Also, shout out to Blizzard for still not fucking fixing this bug, God bless. And that's all from me this time. Let me know what you think of the patch. Thank you so much for watching, feel free to check out my Patreon, and have a nice day.